Hot day, everybody. Jason Salas here with my friends Andy Wheeler, Dave Delgado, Kenson Nicholas, and Chris Malafunction Barnett for Week 7 in Pigskin Pickems. Remember, you can register if you haven't already. Go to KUAM.com/Pickems and make your picks, and you can compare them against all of our registered members or us. And we'll start with Andy over there, Mr. Patriot Andy, the man who bleeds red, white, and Patriot blue. Your team was literally a blocked field goal away from dropping that game.
Yeah.
Have you recovered yet?
I have recovered. I mean, a win is a win. Okay, it's not. We're already moving on to next week's game. So it was a good one. I mean, the Jets, not looking good this season, but Rex Ryan and that team, they always step it up when they're playing New England. So I knew it was going to be a good game, not like all the other blowouts that we've had on the Thursday Night Football, but it was a good one. And like I said, a win is a win, and in the division like that, I'll take it.
All right. Well, congratulations to your team, and congratulations to your blood pressure from coming back to a normal level.
I'm feeling all right now. I think I'm back to normal.
All right, Dave, as a football coach, should Rex Ryan keep Geno Smith under center? Because he's been really criticized. You know, the New York media is really, really harsh on people, but he hasn't really played up to the level that everybody expected him to when he came out of West Virginia.
Well, after hearing Michael Vick saying he wasn't prepared and he wasn't ready to step in the game, I'd rather stay with my starter than my backup not even ready to play football. So I think if Geno's the face of the franchise, stick with Geno, ride him through all the downfalls, and just keep him in there, and hopefully he progress.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Chris. Well, that game, you know, we were watching it here at Chili's. We saw it live. That was the KUM game of the week. It was up and down. You know, like there were so many lead changes and everything like that. What did you take away from that game?
I took away that Patriots fans, I think they need to be concerned. You know, Brady was hot, but they go in against a mediocre team like the Jets. And yeah, the Jets step it up against the Pats. But I kind of expected more from Tom Brady and company.
Wow. All right. Well, everybody made some really good picks. Ken, as far as our registered members goes, who was the top picker this week?
Well, for week 6, the winner was Rolling Torres. He got 14 out of 15 games correct. So please come into KUAM to pick up your prize.
You guys are off the charts as far as picking these games. We are in awe of you guys. Make sure to email us and let us know your formula for getting all these picks right, because we've already had a perfect week. We've had people with like 1 and 2 losses and everything like that. You guys are amazing. Keep up the good work.
And I need help with my picks.
Yeah.
And we're the experts.
Yeah. At least for 6 minutes every Friday afternoon. All right, well, Dave, we'll go back to you for our game of the week. You want to tune into this one. This is going to be at 3 a.m. on KUM TV 11. Watch it live. It's Miami Dolphins heading to the Windy City to take on the Bears.
Well, I got Chicago on that one. I just think that, you know, they have more firepower with Cutler back there, Brandon Marshall, Matt Forte running the ball, and them distributing the ball with the passing game to Forte, because anytime you have a running back coming out the backfield and a linebacker trying to guard a running back, it's always a running back that's going to win that matchup.
Mm-hmm. Andy, you've always been an offensive-minded guy, and you appreciate good offenses. If Alshon Jeffrey and Brandon Marshall are both healthy, that is a nightmare matchups for secondaries.
It is, man. They're so fast. Brandon Marshall, big, huge. You know, he's got a great big wingspan. He's always good. And then Alshon Jeffrey's just got amazing hands. He's always coming up clutch. Cutler's got a cannon for an arm, so I think that offense, they're going to do some pretty good things.
Okay, Ken, how did our users pick in this game?
Most people pick the Bears. I think we have 83% for the Bears. And I think that's pretty reflective of how good the Bears are. Cutler had his best game of the season last game against Atlanta, with 381 yards. And their defense has some injuries, but it seems like they're putting it together pretty well. So looks like they're going to continue.
Well, Jay Cutler, of course, an Illinois product, a hometown boy in Chicago, finally starting to live up to that big contract extension you got. Chris, is there any way that the guys from South Florida can go into Chicago and come away with a victory?
I think this year, though, the Dolphins, they've been really stepping it up against some of the top-tier teams. So I picked the Bears on this one, but it was tough. I might switch my pick before kickoff, but I just look for the Dolphins to – I think they're going to play a great game, but I'm hoping for the Bears and Cutler to go to the air.
All right, and then, of course, the late game, the one that you can watch live at 10:30 a.m. on Monday on KUAM TV 8 is Dave's San Francisco 49ers heading to the Mile High City to face the red-hot Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning. Dave, that is a big challenge right now. How can the 49ers go into Denver and come away with a victory there?
Well, hopefully we could pressure Peyton Manning. And I think for our secondary, we've been playing really well these last couple of games. So if Denver decides to go to the deep ball, I think we could defend that well. I think what's going to give us a problem is the short game. Those big receivers just doing those quick hook routes, them picking for each other. But I think we'll get the job done and let everybody know we're for real this year.
So it's obvious who you picked. Andy, who did you pick in this game? And, you know, the Denver receivers, talk about size and having an advantage. They are some big receivers, big targets for Peyton.
Big dudes, and Peyton Manning always puts it exactly where it needs to. You know, the ball doesn't spiral. Everybody's talking about he throws ducks. Yeah, he does, but it goes exactly where he wants it to go. And I mean, the only way the Niners are going to win that game is the defense has to step up, because if it's a shootout, I don't think the Kaepernick and that offense can put up as many points as we know Peyton Manning can. So the Niners defense really going to have to step up. It's just a matter of can that Niners offense keep pace.
Now, the 49ers and Broncos, of course, there are a lot of Guamanians who have fans on either side of those. Ken, surprisingly, a lot of our members sided with the Broncos.
Yeah, 87% of the people at home picked the Broncos.
Wow.
And there's a lot of hype going behind Denver right now, especially because this coming game, Peyton is 2 touchdowns behind Brett Favre for all-time touchdowns through the air. So he's gonna look to throw, and he's trying to get on the board a lot.
So that just says there's 13% of real Niner fans on there.
Yeah, that's true. But we always talk a lot about the Denver offense and how powerful they are. But the Niners have a strong receiving core. They got a great tight end, so they can put up their own numbers as well. So it should be a good game.
And if you guys ever want to talk about 49ers football, this is the man to talk to right there. All right, boys, final topic right now. What game in the huge slate of games in Week 7 kept you up at night the most? What game, when you were making your pick, stressed you out the most? Start with Chris.
I got to go back to the Niners at the Broncos. There are a lot of tough picks, but I think that was the toughest. I think Peyton's going to break the record, but I think the Niners are going to win. I'm looking for strong play from number 20, Parrish Cox. I look for him to pressure Peyton. The Niners, they gotta hog the ball. They gotta look at the time possession. They gotta run the ball. And they gotta watch the penalties. And don't overcommit on the blitz because Peyton, he burns those blitzes, man. And I think it's Niners all day.
That's a good one. How about you, Ken?
I think there are a lot of close games this week. This is a week where it's very difficult to call, but I think the Bengals versus the Colts is a good matchup. So we'll see how it plays out.
All right, how about you, Dave? Which game did stress you out the most?
The Chiefs and Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to win, but if Alex Smith just controls that offense, takes the time of possession away from the San Diego offense, I think they'll do all right and keep the game close.
All right, and Andy, last word is yours, my friend. Can your stress level get any higher than it was today?
Yeah, it's good. Most of the picks were pretty straightforward, but one that I kind of paused on was the Saints-Lions.
Yeah.
New Orleans they haven't gotten off to the best start, but it's Drew Brees and that offense. Jimmy Graham, if he's healthy, I think they're going to light it up. But Detroit has one of the better secondaries and pass defending teams in the league, so I think that's going to be a good matchup. It's going to be a pretty close game.
All right, everybody, that is the word, and that is KUAM Pigskin Pickems. Remember, KUAM.com/Pickems is the URL you want to plug into your browser. Enjoy Week 7. We'll see you next week.